It's another beautiful South Florida day here at Palm Beach National. Mikey D, PBN, place to be. So we had 3 winners for the Olympic basketball game. Nobody picked 162 on the number, so nobody got the foursome, but we had 3 people that were within 1 point. We had Howard Rubenstein, 161. Congratulations, you won your two rounds free. We're going to give you 2 rounds for your Palm Beach National. Now, if I was Bob Barker from The Price is Right, the 2 wonderful people that picked 163 would get nothing. But I'm Mikey D at the place to be. So we're going to give you 2 rounds free, and that goes to Sue White. Sue, I saw you Sunday. You told me you picked 163. I thought you were nuts. I thought it was 200 for sure. But they came in 162, so you can thank your husband for those 2 rounds free we're going to give you. I'll see you Sunday. And our good buddy, Mikey Nelson, Mikey N, PBN, place to be. Mike Nelson, 2 rounds free for you. Congratulations, you guys. Come on down and pick them up. Now, we've got a very, very special guest here today. It's the godfather of golf, the legendary Chuck Workman, who was longtime director of golf at Bethpage Black, where it just so happens to be the host of this week's Barclays.
Hey,
the godfather of golf, Chuck Workman. He's going to give us some stories of Bethpage and Long Island, so I'm sure a lot of you folks out there are going to recognize Chuck from his longtime golf career. He'd also played in several events with legends like Arnold Palmer and Jack Nicklaus and Gary Player. Chuck, it's such a pleasure.
Most of those guys at one time or another were at Bethpage. They came to see the golf course and we wound up being friends. But that's one of the reasons why I'm at the great Palm Beach National with Mikey D. This is the place to be, and the reason why is the golf course is great, the location is fantastic, and they treat you like you're really somebody here. This is a public golf course where you feel like you're living and it's your house. We had some fun at Bethpage, but I'm having more fun here. It's supposedly my retirement at Palm Beach National. But some of the things that happened at Palm Beach National remind me so much of Bethpage. The only difference is, here you don't have to get up 4 o'clock in the morning and get your hand stamped. And sit in your car. A guy walks out with a stamp, which can't be forged, by the way, because they keep changing it all the time. Then a guy would go to a diner, and he'd come back about 6 o'clock, and another guy would come along, blow a whistle, you stand outside your car, and another guy would come along and sell you a ticket. That's when you paid for the ticket, and you go out to play, and it's about 6:15. Well, we do the same thing here. You come out 6:15, but nobody has to charge you a dime other than what the guy is in a pro shop. Yeah. In order to play golf at Bethpage, you had to do the right thing most of the time, or else you were at the end of the line no matter what your ticket said. We're having a lot of fun here, and you ought to come down and have a good time yourselves. The stories are great, and the reality of golf is this is the place to be. I love it.
Thank you so much, Chuck. That means a lot coming from Chuck. He was kind of like my surrogate Florida father when I came down here first 3 years ago. Chuck came in and I said, Chuck, we would be honored for you to hang your hat here and hang out. So he's like our celebrity golf pro and golf instructor. So if you are looking to at all improve your game, come on down and we'll introduce you to Chuck. And he could share some great stories too.
And every once in a while, you might catch me on the tee here giving a golf lesson to one of the tour players that comes down to visit us.
Yeah.
They come here, they think the practice range is fantastic, the golf balls are great, and the people are really, really nice. Have a good time. That's what it's all about.
So Chuck, tell us a little bit. So you were a long-time influence in golf. You were a long-time director of golf at Bethpage prior to the U.S. Open, but you also had a huge influence in why the Open was there, and then now the Barclays, and now Bethpage, it's world recognized. So tell us a little bit about that.
We started out about 8 to 9 years before the U.S. Open came there with what they call the Met Golf Association, and we had the Met PGA Championship there, and it was the first tournament locally ever televised about golf, and I did the MC work out there.
You were the MC,
I was the MC. I didn't play because the golf course is too hard. Almost as hard as this one. This is a pretty hard golf course too. But you can play from the up tees here, make it a little bit easier, right? Which is where I am now.
I could just imagine listening to you as the colorman or the MC of this Met Golf with your character and your charisma, Chuck. That had to have been a ball.
Well, we had invited a couple of guys to come and play from the tour, and they were special invitees, and a few of them were fooling around on the golf course. And one guy put his golf bag down looking for a golf ball on number 16, and his caddy was looking for the golf ball. About 300 people following him out there, and they found the ball and lost a golf bag.
That's great. Oh, that is terrific.
So the caddy wound up not getting paid because the bag is more important than the ball.
Oh, that's terrific.
That's one of a few things that happened at Bethpage. We had some great players that played at the golf course every single day. Guys that go down in local golf lore, because usually the membership of a private club on Long Island, they all cut their eye teeth at Bethpage, just like they do down here. They come here, they have a good time, they play golf here, maybe move on to a private club and still continue to play golf here because this golf course is so good. And that's one of the reasons why I hang out here. Good golfers, good golf balls, good golf course, and good guys.
Thank you, Chuck. And Chuck, you have a very recognized golf career as well. I understand you've played in U.S. Opens.
Well, actually, I'm glad you kind of brought that up so I can get a smile out of myself over here.
Good.
1986, we played at Scioto in the Senior Open. Just got through there 2 weeks ago. And I almost won the tournament. Almost came close. I was tied for the lead at the end of 54 holes and finished, after I looked at the scoreboard, unfortunately, I finished about 15th. But that was my almost claim to fame. And I had another tournament I played real good in, and the great Davey Marr, who won the PGA Championship, was the announcer. And he said, unfortunately on TV, he said, Chuck, when you get back to Bethpage, guys are going to ask for more shots. You're playing so good. And I could never get another game after that because everybody wanted too many shots.
Too many shots.
So I said to Davey Marr, when I saw him next, he says, Davey, you cost me thousands.
Oh, that's great.
And he said, well, play better.
Oh, that's terrific. Oh, man. Well, we could sit here for all day. I mean, all week, really, listening to stories.
There's
Chuck.
so many stories over here about golf that you can't make this kind of stuff up. Because these guys are legends in their own time, and they're absolute great. We're talking about from Tommy Bolt, Ben Hogan, Charlie Sifford. We're talking about guys that were just Andy North, two-time U.S. Open champion. All of these guys visited Bethpage at one time or another. And the memories and the stories that I have from these guys are just fabulous.
So the winner of this week's Barclays, wins $1,530,000, Chuck. What was the largest purse that you had played for in your day?
I finished second in what we call the Golf Digest commemorative. I won $12,500.
Wow.
I guess that's a few years too early, you might say.
Did they tell you to wait to cash the check?
Yeah, they did. They didn't have enough money in the bank.
Oh, that's great. These guys are playing for tons and tons of money. So we're going to have a ton of fun. We've got the FedEx Cup playoffs coming up, right? They start right here with the Barclays. So this is our contest because we're giving away a $4,000 prize. We want to encourage everybody, share this video, click on the Woo box, click on that link, enter who you think is going to win the FedEx Cup playoffs, okay? You get one pick. Get it in. Now, if that player wins the FedEx Cup playoffs, you're going to win a free round of golf here at Palm Beach National. But more importantly, we're going to go ahead and throw your name into a drawing in which we're going to take a drawing at the end of the Tour Championship, at the end of the FedEx Cup playoffs, to go ahead and give away one full annual membership, absolutely free here at Palm Beach National, which is about $6,000. Okay?
Well, maybe one of those guys ought to come over and talk to me. Maybe we can do something about it, help them along.
Oh, and Chuck will put in the fix for you, okay? Just come on down, see Chuck. He'll put in the fix for you. FedEx Cup playoffs. Click on the link, enter who you think's going to win the FedEx Cup playoffs. Share the video. Come on down and see the godfather of golf, Chuck Workman, legendary. If you want to improve your game or just laugh and smile and get a little golf history. So it's Mikey D, PBN, place to be. Thank you, Chuck.
Mikey, great to see you.
Great to see you, too.